And hello, my name is Tammy Noll, and we are here with the task force this morning for the tips on new member recruitment. I'm so excited to have all of you.
So I would like to start this off by calling on Rebecca Carmona.
My tip that I'd like to share with you guys that was very successful here is we created a competition amongst our leadership team. So we were able to recruit, I believe it was 18 new members. And out of those 18 new members, we had 3 top prize winners. The first person won $300, the second person won $150, and the third person won $50. They want to help build that membership, so they're going to tell all their realtor friends and people that they know within their brokerage why to join Women's Council.
I would say the biggest tip that has been helpful for us and for me personally as we're recruiting people to be on the board was you have to notice people. So I've said, wow, I've noticed you and you are really fantastic at this, whatever that is. I have someone I was coaching, and when the pandemic happened in quarantine, she was just non-reachable. She kind of went into a hole, went into a shell. And I reached out to her and I said, you are so great administratively. I really would love to have your help. Can you please help me? And she has been a dynamo for our communications director. And she has come out and she has blossomed. So just noticing people and say, I see you, I notice you, you've got something to offer. And that has been very successful for us.
Well, what we did was we took a spin-off of the task is to ask. Instead of doing a task is to ask, we decided to do each one bring one. Each one of your members bring one other person to the network. Bring them to the luncheon or join them, invite them into the virtual meeting, mentor them, ask them to join Women's Council. So every one of our members had a responsibility to bring one. We went from a small network to a mega network in 11 months as a result of that.
Pay attention to who is a new member at your association. My association, the Naples Area Board of Realtors, does produce a monthly newsletter that includes the list of all of the new realtors who have joined. So that would be number one. Reach out to those members, introduce yourself, introduce them to Women's Council, and invite them to whatever event you might be hosting next. The second thing is, and it's kind of along the same lines, and that is look into the small brokerages that are in your area. Many of the larger brokerages do offer some excellent educational classes for their realtors, but the smaller brokerages may not have the financial ability to do so. And that is where Women's Council can truly come into play by providing some educational quality for continuing education and just general real estate practices. When you are working a transaction, make sure you have a conversation with the agent on the other side of that transaction and talk to them about Women's Council. Have they heard of it? Are they a member? What would they like to know? What would they like to see from Women's Council? And again, invite them to the next event that you're hosting.
When you recognize your current member, and whether it's their birthday or you're highlighting them as a member or you're highlighting a leader, you're tagging them. And so when you tag them or you tag your leadership team, their friends are seeing that you tag them, and so they want to know who's Women's Council, so they're going to do a little bit more deep dive. And that's how we've had some success on social media, is we use a lot of great hashtags and we tag a lot of our members and our leaders, so then their followers see what we're doing, and that's how we get those inquiries through social media, like, hey, I would like to become a member. So that's another great way.
One of the philosophies that I think helped grow networks in Texas is suggesting to them that they sell tables and not tickets. So why sell one seat when you can sell 10 seats? I grew my network exponentially by selling tables. The person basically had fallen off the roster, and so I said to her, well, if you would consider joining again, then I would give you this referral. And she did. So she was already a Women's Council member once before. She already knew the benefits of being a member, and having her back is great because she's an experienced, very professional realtor that has a lot to bring to the table. Put a link in your in your email address, in your email signature line, that you can click on and sign up for Women's Council.
Putting your logo, Women's Council logo, on your signature block, on your listing appointments, anything that you do, and put the hashtag Leaders Made Here. Somebody else brought up a referral. I just got a referral from Florida this morning. Whoop, whoop. Talk about it, share it. They don't know how great a referral business we have.
Radius is outstanding. It is a referrals engine. It is free to use from Women's Council member to Women's Council members. It is complimentary member benefit. It's a great tool. It will track it. You can do it online. They have a robust member profile, and they have a nice social networking tool as well. So when you get a chance, log on to that, wcr.radiusagent.com. Look up your name, and you can edit it and market yourself however you see fit, not only to other members, but also to the public as well.
So one of the things that we do here in North Jersey is we are able to go to new member orientation at our Board of Realtors and have a 5-minute presentation on Women's Council, bringing awareness to the group. And then those people look for our events and do come and say, hey, we saw you at orientation. But it does definitely raise awareness for the group. The other thing is our newest member just came to us because she found me on LinkedIn. She knew me from a previous company that I worked for. And she said, oh, when I saw your name and I saw Women's Council, I had to find out more about it. And subsequently she joined. So do make sure that on social media, you have it indicated that you are a WCR member.
I think it's very important that each one bring one, but also when you bring one, make sure you introduce them around. Let them feel invited and warm, and follow up with them. Make sure that they understand that they're welcome at any time and that to be a member has its benefits.
If you are going to do each one bring one virtually, you still can bring in your hospitality or your task force or your project team to contact your new members that are coming in. Find out what companies that they're coming from and see if you can speak on their team meetings to also share some tips and tools in regard to the Women's Council.
For our network, we did each one bring one. But we also took it a little further by asking our strategic partners to bring a Realtor member from the other side. And then we allow that member to partner with the strategic partner and also to shadow one of our members. And that way they will understand the why we're Women's Council, why we do what we do, and encourage them to be part of our committees.
In San Diego, one of the things that we did, which was fabulously successful, and that was to partner with our local association. And so we set up a meeting, and pretty much we wanted to make sure that we could have a win-win situation. So they asked how they could help us, and they ended up sponsoring our members a certain portion of their renewal fees, or actually new member fees. And then what we did for them was we asked them, how can we help you? And we really were able to assist as far as their RPAC numbers, because that's important to the local associations, is to make sure that that awareness is there. And of course, Women's Council is a huge RPAC contributor as a whole. So that was something that we thought we could really give to them in return that would be of great value. I love that our strategic partners are out there speaking to other realtors, because they're out there speaking to different brokerages. The fact that we have nationwide referral network through Radius helps tremendously.
But what about other women organizations?
Yes.
Such as Women Up, such as the Hispanic Realtor Association, such as the Realtist Organization, such as the Asian Realtor Organization, to cross recruit with each other. We're all realtors at the end of the day. We all wear the R, so why not share and mix and go into some of the other organizations?
I think that it is important to have people handle hospitality and make sure that everybody feels welcome. But I also feel that when you bring somebody to a meeting or you invite them to a virtual meeting, you need to somehow introduce them to the leaders.
You know, one of the things that you can encourage people to do is to get together in small groups and attend the meeting together. When we have live meetings, is brand that table for them. Put a sign on that table, save that table up front for them, recognize them for having purchased a table. And the same thing for if they purchase 10 opportunities to come to a virtual meeting, go to Canva and may make a nice background like this one that I have right here with their company on it, so that everyone will know that's looking at the screen that they are from that company.
And also inviting some of our members that did not renew, but get them back into the spirit of the Women's Council, the different services and benefits that we have, even some new ones.
When we are in a situation where we are back face-to-face, live meetings, events, etc., assign an ambassador, if you will, to each new member, and make sure that that ambassador is at the table when that person comes in, introduces them, takes them around, introduces them to other people, and really just pours that love onto them. And I will say that from a virtual perspective, you can do the same thing if you do breakout rooms and make sure you put a new member in each of the rooms. Don't put all the new members together. Put one in every single breakout room and have an introduction going around with that. That can create a very small sense of intimacy and familiarity and help those new members feel engaged.
So then we post it on our Facebook page for our local network, and then we tag them on with it, and then I'll actually put it on their Facebook for on their page. And that's a wonderful, we've even done it while we're Zooming together. So we always want to say, hey, our newest member of Women's Council is, and just interview them for 2 minutes or so.
Yes.
And you can cut it down depending upon the platform. Start now to start thinking about installation and making that wonderful, and start making those relationships now to propel you into next year.
Introducing your new members. I know California and Florida are doing new member videos. It's something was a spinoff of the task force. So if you have a new member, man, shout them out from the rooftop on every social media event that you can. Put a little bio in about them. Who are they?
That 10 people. And one time I went to a meeting, every 10 feet, they had someone to greet you and to lead you to the next person and to the next person. I felt so welcome and just so valid.
We call our prospective members, I should say, we call them future members.
When all else fails, because we get people who say, what is my ROI on dues? How am I going to get my money back? Just show them this, wcr.savingcenter.net. I get the analytics on member purchases. Office Depot, people tell me that they have paid their dues 10, 20, 30 times over just by using Office Depot. And I get the analytics. Hundreds of thousands of dollars are being used through there. wcr.savingcenter.net, you'll pay for your dues many, many times over just by buying a couple things.
We partner with the Young Professionals Network. We host events together. We cross-market our membership together. And I became a member, even though I may not fall into that category anymore, but I still became a member to support them. And their local president became a member to support us here. So we built that relationship with YPN. And I think it's a very important organization to partner with.
So the one thing that we have heard so much in this meeting is collaboration, making people feel at home, being a part of, encouraging them to participate, reaching out in all the segments that we have right now.